Welcome to the attic. Mana Dad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. And if I've done this correctly, Arena is going to start launching right here with Tarkir Dragonstorm. Look at it. There we go. Got all the stuff. We're going to claim our basic lands. Ooh, they give us an Ugin just for logging in. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to... not the store. I should have all my packs waiting for me. Any new deals in the store? If you log in the first second? No. Tarkir Dragonstorm is here. Let's claim these packs as well. Oh, there's our basic lands. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I had... did I not buy a bunch of packs? I guess I just have a bunch of the sealed tokens and stuff. Okay, here we are. We got the Mastery Pass. Alright, well, let's buy a couple packs. Just let's buy enough to get a golden pack, house, shall we? Open up, talk about some of the cards. I was thinking doing sealed first. I want to try to build this collection. And then maybe draft, then maybe standard. Or maybe I'll just record the standard for release as a separate video. You guys, the viewers, get to decide what you like. And if you're watching not live, which will probably be most of you, because this is still pretty early in the stream. If that's the case, let me know. Hey, we got Jeskai Revelation. So, quick story time. I played one pre-release of this set on, was it Saturday? And Jeskai Revelation was in my pool. Only got to cast it once officially. I did play an unsanctioned game with a competitor where I got to cast it. And it is an absolute bomb. Got Windcrag Siege. I don't think this is the Siege everyone's... oh no, maybe this is the Siege people like. Permanent triggers and additional time. Herd Heirloom. If you looked at my last live stream where we talked about the metagame that's going on currently on Arena, we talked about Herd Heirloom, and maybe, just maybe, it will have a chance to boost up the green decks. This guy is ridiculous. I can't believe this is an uncommon. This is a limited bomb. Very popular for Commander. Creature here, Fangkeeper's familiar. When it enters, you gain 3 life, surveil 3, destroy an enchantment, or counter a creature spell. Pretty nice. This is pretty good, the Dragon Claw Strike. I had that in my deck. I had the Dragonfire Blade, also didn't get to play that very much. I ended up with a Mardu kit. At my local game store, they just roll a dice to determine what you get. And yeah, these are all going to be new cards. So if you didn't watch, if you're a limited person, you're in the right place, first of all. Second of all, I did a whole breakdown of all the archetypes for this set. So if you don't know the archetypes and you want to just go through the archetypes before you jump in, I'll obviously be talking about it on this stream, but I did a nice long, medium long. It's not limited resources long, but I did a full breakdown of the 2-color pairs that are official, the 3-color pairs, would you say? The 3-color clans that are official. And then there's some like unofficial archetypes that I identified in Draft and Sealed. One of which is 5-color good stuff. And it's interesting. So I guess you can get vault cards, or is this... oh, because this is our special pack. All right. We got that going for us, which is nice. All right, well, if you're watching this on delay, you're probably sick of me yammering and opening packs. You just want to see some action. Oh, okay, so interestingly, okay, this is how they're breaking it down. So, yes, if you didn't know, you pick a clan when you do sealed. And we do have a sealed token. So Mardu is what I already did. That's the exact one I don't want to do. The word is Abzan is maybe the most strong, but there's a question about that. I guess we can see I do like the Jeskai rares. But the Jeskai commons maybe less so. That's not Tarkir Dragonstorm Limited. Okay, so yes, so you can pick Abzan, Sultai, Temur, Mardu. If you guys don't know, Mardu is white, red, black. Sultai is blue, green, black. Abzan is white, green, black. Did I say this right? Blue, green, black. That's Sultai, right? Temur is green, red, blue, and Jeskai is blue, red, white. All right, and then we got Premier Draft, traditional, sealed. Interesting. Okay, so for traditional sealed, do you just get a random, or do you actually get to pick? Huh. Well, we're gonna play best of one just because that lets us see more of our opponent's cards. Let's try Abzan. We'll see if we get a good pool. Okay, so it's giving us 2 Abzan packs and 4 other ones. That's interesting. So when you played in the pre-release, you got 1 Abzan pack and 5 others. We get Dragonback Assault. The thing is, playing a clan with green is good because you get more fixing. Red also gives you some fixing in this set. I break that all down in the limited archetypes video, so check that out. All right. Did we not get very many rares? Did we get surprisingly few rares? What about rarity greater than uncommon? Okay, so we only got 7 rares that enter mythics. Well, this was I didn't play against this at the pre-release, but somebody said they played against it and it was an absolute bomb. So we're definitely running Dragonback Assault, 100%. When we play Tursa Light Shatter, 3/3 haste, enters, discard up to 2 cards, draw that many. Attacks if there are 7 more cards in your graveyard, exile a card random from your graveyard, you may play that card this turn. I mean, it seems like you would always play that. That's a Windmill Slam. Black, we don't have, these are okay, but they're kind of low impact. When you cast the spell, if you cast another spell this turn, copy this spell. So you can get 2 2/3 flying lifelinks. That seems pretty good and not that difficult to enable. But again, we don't. We might not play white and black, or we might not play white. Let's see. This is a 3/6 lifelink. But enter, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Well, that can fetch up our awesome card. Oh, you put them in the graveyard. And then we got the Severance Priest. It enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. And when it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates a spirit token where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Okay. So, a little bit like, what's that? White, and 1, 2/2 that comes down. All right, well, let's... guess we'll plan on playing all 4 colors. Let's go look at our fixing. I was playing lots of tap lands and just fine with it. Got 2 of these, Roamer's Routines. And we got, put all our removal in. Yeah, so let's put all our tap lands in. Bunch of Sandstep Citadels. And yeah, this is straight up removal if we've got Abzan. That's not great. That's okay. People were talking up Auroral Procession. I didn't play this or play against it. Instant speed, return a card from your graveyard to your hand. I guess that's pretty decent if you're in those colors. Or would you just rather have... Oh, we got Evolving Wilds and we got Dragonstorm Globe. Okay. Yeah, we doing all right. Lion Weight. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and it deals damage equal to that card's power to target creature. So it's a 2-for-1. That's pretty awesome. we got in the way of dragons and removal. Well, this enduring one is interesting. Because this, if left unchecked, just kind of starts to run away with things. So maybe we do play the Sinkhole Surveyor. You would expect that from a rare. Whale of War. Turn up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I could see the potential of that card. The card we really want to make sure stays out is Dragonback Assault. Get up to 7 mana. Hold back the Evolving Wild. Get up to 6 mana. Hold back the Evolving Wilds. Play the Wilds. Make 2 dragons. That's going to be our game plan. So then we just have to survive long enough. There's this one. Exiling cards from a graveyard's okay. Putting +1/+1 counters okay. Are we that slow though? People like the Stormbrood. I had it in my pool, but I didn't play it. This one was good. The haste. Definitely putting that in. I might just put in Defender. Although this doesn't have reach. I might rather have this big old reach dude. This is a pretty nice card to stabilize behind. Sacrificing tokens. This guy was good against me. In the right deck. Your Mardu. Is that our whole pool? No. Okay. All right. So coordinated maneuver. I had this in my deck in the pre-release, and I was often sideboarding it out. I guess because my creatures were often getting removed. It might just be a sealed problem, not so much a draft problem. Osseous Exhale, we can do various Forebear. Yeah, the O-Ring is good. We'll definitely run that. That's probably one of the more premium removal spells. This guy's nice. Being able to make the soldier early on. Oh, this was really good against me. I had this played against me. Teaming Dragonstorm. 2 rectangles for 4 mana, and then whenever you play a dragon, you get to play it again. This guy is part of, if you want to build a mill deck, you can do it with this. This is like Blue's main interaction. Riverwalk technique. Not great. Consider some card draw. I'd rather find stuff like this. Caustic Exhale. This is great removal. This is part of this exhale cycle, so you can behold a dragon. In this case, it's just 2 mana if you don't have the dragon, and only 1 mana if you do. It's not that big of a difference. Limited, at least. So, lifelinker that endures 1 might be okay. We run one of these dragons. Twin Bolt is good against the right deck. I don't know how it is in best of 1. I do want to up the number of dragons in our deck here. So draw discard. Yeah, and this has Harmonize, so we can replay it. That's pretty good. Maybe we play the Embermouth Sentinel, just because we want to be hitting land drops. That leaves us like 1 slot in the deck. We're pretty even on colors, aren't we? 7 white, 3 blue. If we were cutting a color or trimming down a color, it would be blue, but I like all these blue cards. Yeah. We just need maybe another 2-drop to make sure we be okay. We do Sidisi. That'll eat removal from the opponent too. Okay. So mostly white, black, green, but we splash into blue and red. And I think we can just get away with one each of blue and red then. It'd be a little rough if we have Dragon Hunt in our opening hand. We'll definitely make sure we have green. But yeah, white, black, green. Maybe should trim down. The white's pretty nice to have. This is really a 2-drop. Yeah, we have 2 black 2-drops also. Okay. I'm wondering if the piercing exhales, do we even have enough creatures? We got 9 creatures, although this is really creatures. They're another just good body. Let's get back an instant or sorcery. This is a tapper. This guy was annoying to see on turn 1. We got in the green bodies department. Maybe just a 4/4 defender. Because we're trying to just hang out till we get the Dragonback Assault. If we put that in, take out 1 piercing exhale. Ironically, piercing exhale gets better when we got the 4/4. We have this to go get basic land cards. Maybe this is too much. Too much fixing and ramp between the Dragonstorm Globe and the Roamer's routines. Take a trade route envoy, like another 4-drop. Let's try that. See if chat has any ideas. Very quiet chat today. Don't blame you. All right. Give it a shot. Let's hope we either win fast or lose fast with this so we can just keep playing some more today. Day 1, Tarkir. Get a timestamp here. It's our timestamp for starting the play. 18 minutes in. Sealed gameplay. All right. My crazy notions of this being a 5-color format are correct here. Got a little bit of interaction. You got some lands. Oh, okay. They're coming out with the Undergrowth Leopard. We don't have any way to play Caustic Exhale on it, so we'll just play this Sandstep Citadel. We do have to worry about that Leopard hitting this Dragonstorm Globe. The question is, do we just remove it now? They're kind of not super threatening. I guess we'll pass. If they're going to use mana, they just wasted a whole turn there. Let's see, they can maybe save this. They've got the Snakeskin Veil is in the set. CODES! Okay, well, that was actually one of our best ways of dealing with CODES. We do have the Stormplane Detainment. wondering if we wait and see if they play anything on CODES. It deals damage to a player, though, so we can't really let it deal damage. Adiotis, CODES. Opponent making us play off curve. Yeah, I think we'll just play the Dragonstorm in a tap land. Get on the board. Are they just holding up counter spells or something? Why are they not playing anything? Why you no play, opponent? You have all your colors. Assuming they did Sultai. And the Death Gorger. They can take out our graveyard. Big whoop. So let's just attack into it. They seem like the kind of opponent that's going to block, so we can just proactively use this. Oh yeah, we can bring some life. We beheld our dragon. Next turn we can cast this. It'll be a 4/4. Dragonstorm Globe pluses it up, and we'll get back the Teeming Dragonstorm. I'm liking where this is going. Okay, well they're big dragon deck 2. Piercing Exhale. That's Ward 2. Are we going to have enough to play this? And definitely not enough to play this and pay the ward. Let's see if they want to trade. So remember, our deck wants to go to the late game. They do not want to trade. They can't really attack unless they play another defender, because we're going to have an army of 2/2s. Exactly. And we have the Duziut Earth Carver. Is instant speed? Can't play this and the Duziut, but we can play this and the Teeming Dragonstorm. No, because we have to pay 4 for that. Let's just offer the trade again. Since they didn't take it last time, they probably won't this time. If they do, well, maybe we wish we beheld a dragon. Dragon's Prey. We do technically have what did it do? Submit 0. Oops. I wanted to submit 1. I wanted to get my surveil. Okay, they did have Snakeskin Veil. Okay, we got a Trixie opponent over here. Well, I can still play this. We'll have the Duziut. We'll have to endure on itself, I guess. They don't even seem they want to attack. I wouldn't bother playing this. I don't know. Guess I will. Target creature. Okay, well that's enough that if they block one of the 2/2s, opponent playing the all combat tricks Sultai. Oh. Okay. Discard you. You're not that effective at the moment. Yes, because I can pay the ward. Alright, this blue dragon, very annoying with the ward. That took a lot to remove that guy. I guess I don't need to harmonize right now. I will save this swamp back. The last card is... Wow. Okay. I think this time I'm going to go wide. If they play a small creature, we got him. Sibsig Appraiser. The other reason to hold lands back is if we get our big enchantment. Tarkir Revenant, that is an annoying creature. They can basically turn... We can remove it, but then they can turn something else into a Tarkir Revenant. Ooh, okay, we got the Dawnbreaker. That'll let us replay the Dragonstorm, which is just kind of silly. I'm going to tap you to reduce the cost, because I think I'm going to need some mana. Discard a card. Probably don't need black. Oh, but I have to discard a non-land card to get the 3 damage. Whoopsie! Alright, you can get a plus up. At least attack with these 2 guys. Interesting. Got some way to protect that? Okay, opponents all Snakeskin Veils. Funny, we were like talking about Snakeskin Veil and then they seem to not have it. Sage of the Fang. So they're kind of a grindy deck too, it looks like. Now we need some removal for that Tarkir Revenant. Go ahead and... Oh, it has to be another creature, huh? I would love for this to be a 5/5. Yeah, these... that's Death Touch, jeez. Okay. No tax. Guess they don't seem to have a board wipe. I'll go ahead and play Tursa. The Rakshasa's Bargain, they put 2 lands, 2 Evolving Wilds into the graveyard. They are full on Sultai. They're not one of these naughty splashers like us. Jeez, is it worth sacrificing these 2 creatures for their 1 and they get to do this again? They get to play this guy again? Do we just hang out? White has a bunch of stuff that makes indestructibles, but you know what? Put these guys in our graveyard. Maybe we'll be able to recast them with Tursa. Now all our 2/2s have a decent attack. For a hot minute. Okay, they're not doing anything. Kind of surprised about that. Ooh, and we get Dawnbreaker. I'm sure Tursa is not long for this world. You tuned in for a grindy one. Who's going to win? Will it be Manadad playing by the seat of his pants, just trying to get a bunch of games in and enjoy this format? Will it be Macro? Was totally... Back you go to hand, and I need an untapped land to recast it. There we go. Wow, Tursa survived? They didn't trade? Makes me worry they have some kind of board wipe. Okay, they're copying the Tursa. And they're going to put the Karsi Revenant stuff on it. So it's Death Touch Lifelink flying. Possibly. Yep. And they're going to give it counters with this. This only puts a +1 counter, though. I will most definitely trade the Rowling Dawnbreaker. They get back Snakeskin Veil. Alright. Wait. It's just hexproof, not indestructible. Okay. Yes. May as well play that on their Sage of the Fang. And really destroy the creature with the Stormroot. Okay. That should shuffle back in, right? Is that an Omen card? Hey, we got it. Okay. Gravy from here on out. Oops. I guess we should have attacked all. I forgot about the first part of the clause. Well, look at this. Then we play this, and then we get a dragon, and then we come this back. It's going to be insane. Wow, I totally forgot that deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Whoopsie. Well, they don't have any creatures to play all this stuff on. We can just hold that out for 3 turns. We'll be all right. No creatures for 3 turns. We're down to 10 cards in the library also. We're still at 23 life. It's pretty nice. The globe adds the +1 counter. They're 5/5 dragons. We barely had to tap this globe. We ended up hitting our colors very nicely with the mana base that I spent almost no time on. Rite of Renewal. Holy moly, okay. Well, I guess they planned for that. They get a leopard, they're going to blow up the Dragonback Assault. Ew. And then they could tap our creature and draw a card. Still going to add to the board here. Can play that, and they can put a bunch of counters on it, but as long as those counters aren't lifelink counters. Tap. Oh, okay, they're going to use it as the Omen. Guess there's not... You're going to redraw it very easily. Okay, land is good. CODES is bad. They're going to make it a big CODES. Do they have 2 Koti? I thought I detained one, right? Yeah, they have 2 Koti. Oh, there's our Evolving Wilds. That would have been great. All right, well, still a 3-turn clock. We might almost want them. That's trample. Does make it really difficult. Do we let them exile 6 cards and they get to pick the best of the 6 cards? And we're at 13 cards in library. So we could afford to lose one of these guys as long as they don't hit removal or a creature. I guess that's the safe play. Then they'll only get to do 4 cards. Really sad that we hit so many lands. What'd they hit? That's good. That's bad. That's bad. Put this in my library to thin it out. Give me Christmas. Well, we want to keep as many lands in there as possible, I guess. Lie in wait would be bad. Yeah. There's kind of a lot of bad hits in there. Let's keep the land in there. Oh, is there other card? Something that gives reach? Wow. Ooh. Opponent really had it. Well, this is actually a great example of what to do with the Sultai deck. Also the chance we can just run them out of cards, although I think if they can exile 6 cards from us every turn, that's pretty bad. And now they got a 5/5 here that's going to kill my 2/2. No blocks. Just hope they don't hit the exile spell and we get it. Oh, well, they got the whole library. Yeah, we needed that. All right, good game. Sad. Big sad. That's okay. Our deck was doing its thing. We just, we hit some flood. Opponent had hit action. That's magic. We don't have to discuss whether opponent built the better deck or was a better player, all right? Don't have to discuss that. Let's see. Up against Urus, Leon Urus. Wondering if I hold back on Evolving Wilds. I think I'm going to need black. Although we got the globe. But in the event, we need the black. Go get it now. Furious Forebear. Yeah. Well, let's put a chump blocker down. Should we put a basic land on top of the library? I'm going to decline. We got 2 pieces of interaction. We can use this to... Well, really 3 pieces of interaction. Okay, that's indestructible. I won't block it. Fine. Yeah, what do we want? The blue and the green. I guess we don't have. That'd be 2 colors we don't have. That's the turn. We'll plan to block the Forebearer and Caustic Exhale the reigning victor. Unless they have some combat trick. They might have another victor. Looks like they went full Mardu. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Okay, well, good enough reason to remove that now. Ooh, the Dragonstorm. That's worth playing a tap land for, or untapped land for. This card is Value Town, man. I'm loving this card, Teaming Dragonstorm. We only have a couple dragons in our deck, but it's like, it's enough, you know? Getting to just replay this. 2 2/2s for 4. And then just some amount of possibility of looping it. It's great. Opponent has the mana. Huh. We risk both of these guys. They thought pretty hard about that attack. Okay. They're using up their premium removal. Oh yeah, I forgot they can bring back that guy. Dragonstorm Globe. Glacial Dragon Hunt. Yeah, I guess we'll keep the Kintree Severance. We gotta discard a non-land card. That's removal anyway. That guy was annoying. Gained some life. We got white, green, black. We can play this. Value 3 or greater. Oh, so we can't even exile this guy. That's annoying. Possibly just replay this. And mobilize 1. Oh, man. Really flooding out.
Here comes the flood. You're running dry.
Trade Route Envoy. Alright. Yes. Alright, well, I guess we'd have a better target for the Kintree Severance. Down to 9. Why am I drawing so many lands? Should I go ahead and hold 2 back? Is there any reason I would need more? Might need more. This is instant, yeah, okay. I'm gonna get the mobilize trigger and they can bring that guy back. We need an exile from the graveyard effect. Hey! There we go. Here's the stabilizer. Can we stabilize with the stabilizer? Like they might have removal. Oh, we can just get it indestructible. Okay. That's good. Definitely block that. 2. Furious Forebear. Alright, dragon enchantment off the top. Come on. Sinkhole Surveyor. Not really good when you're at 5 life. Does this have a later effect? I mean, they may as well attack with the Forebear. They can always just get that back. Come. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. 3. What are you doing over there, opponent?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Lie in wait. That's a sorcery. I mean, there's the trade route envoy. I guess I hold it off. Probably could have attacked there. Mardu does have some hasty guys. Just get this guy, right? Go to 4. Now I can attack. Turn the corner here. What you got, Mardu?
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could have split things up.
I'm gonna risk the attack.
Do it!
Yeah, they can't deal 4 damage haste to me.
I am only
They
waiting
do have
around
that
to kill
dragon
you.
that's a 3/3 haste. Ugh. Gosh. Oh, wise opponent. I had 2 of these in my pool. I often had to cast them for the full freight. It's kind of weird. You get to these games where people have removed the whole board. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got the dragon. We got the Dragonstorm. I'm in for 5. They'll probably make that trade. I think the Pack Beast doesn't have the greatest of attacks. Maybe not. Are they just sitting on a pile of removal over there? Desperate measures. Weird, okay. All these lands. Somewhere in these 17 cards is our Trump card. No. No other meanings intended. Eurus. The grip of actual action. Hopefully just 4 lands. Please be 4 lands, Eurus. Our deck doesn't mind getting other land, a couple extra lands as long as we can get our landfall. Neriv, Heart of the Storm. Holy smokes. I guess I've got a swamp already out, so... Oh wait, did we just die? Alright, something happened there. They drew some winners. Guess I should have read those cards. Alright. Chat, has anybody been watching the whole time? What are we doing here? I guess I did say I'd rather lose quickly or win quickly so we could get on and play some other stuff. Sultai look good. Mardu has looked good. This is a little bit of a tricky hand, but we can play Sidisi on 2 and hopefully get a 3rd land to get the globe and unlock everything. Get that 3rd land. If you please. Opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Well, guess we go get white or red. I think white. We want this globe out before we cast the dragon anyway. So it's interesting. It shows you the harmonized cost based on your... Going to be based on your biggest creature or your lowest creature. Oh, this guy mobilizes? Annoying. Might just have to remove this guy. Shock Brigade. That has Menace. Huh. Well, I could do the Nest Guard and harmonize another land. We'll be taking some damage here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. We kept that guy from attacking. This only mobilizes 1. Ooh, and their black is unlocked, and they got a Siege Breaker. Interesting, okay. Well, possibly better that we can't... We'll remove that. That'll get us kind of a 2-for-1. What's globe? Stormplane. You. They get it back though. It's annoying. Alright. So you can't really 2-for-1 on that. You know what's funny is I had the Siege Chicken, Mardu Siegebreaker, in my sealed pool when I played the pre-release. But I didn't really, it like never survived long enough I did get the Salt Road Pack Beast under it once, and then I just won that game. Oh. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Mardu aggro. I can go wide with the Earth Carver, but are they just gonna get too wide on us? And they got the Pack Beast, of course. This is how it's supposed to work. It never worked like that for me. Piercing Exhale. Whew, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could play this and the Piercing Exhale. And we do want to go for the dragon. Don't probably need that. Exile target permanent with mana value 3 or greater. We don't have it. Well, we can get back. We can get back our 4/4 at instant speed. They are definitely the beatdown, however. Well, they still have 4 cards in hand. With the Pack Beast to draw them cards. Did they get anything else to draw them cards? They've just been doing serious... Uh-oh. They got another snare. Maneuver. Well, what are you going to do? Opponent has the nut draw. I can do Ziyut. I think they'll have no problem going wide here. X plus 1. That's to bring back, okay. Each opponent loses? Oh, geez. Okay, yeah. Good game. Guess I was supposed to exile that. And then we can block all but 2. We lose. Tempoed out. We got to play our dragon enchantment the one time. All right, well. Got my wish about losing fast. Little embarrassing when I'm streaming, but you know, it's magic. Guess I should model being a good loser. A good sport. Store having a dot. Store used to have a dot till you visited it, but I visited it, and now it just keeps a dot whether you visit it or not. Nothing new in the store. I guess. Oh, release the rhinos. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's do some draft. See if we can do better. Premier draft. Draft token. And we'll just take a timestamp. 59 minutes. How are people doing today? Did anybody else play the pre-release? Let me know. Look, I can chat. Yo, yo, yo. Wait, did that do anything? What? The Q didn't fire? That's crazy, man. Was that me? Was it saying ready and I forgot to click because I was too busy chatting? Not enough people downloaded all this new artwork and installing Arena yet. We are just an hour into day 1 of the format. What cards are people hyped about? I mean, I'm kind of hyped about Mox Jasper, the Dragon Mox, Call of the Spirit Dragon, like the really janky build-arounds that have to do with dragons. Am I giving myself away? My Timmy meets Johnny tendencies. All right, conspiracy theorists. This is my thing. There's always one seat. When it doesn't fire, it's always like down to 1 seat. So clearly, like, these aren't actually, it's like what they estimate. All right. Well, we just saw this be really good. Thunder of Unity. It kind of does very little if you don't have the mobilize, though. It's really build-aroundy. Versus, am I sticking to my, like, you know, dragons, 5-color dragons? I'll just take the rare. Thunder of Unity. We got a fleeting effigy, which is kind of fun. Nothing that says mobilize. Could take the Dragonstorm Globe. And there's the Roiling Dragonstorm, which is pretty nasty in these dragon decks. Or with the globe. Actually, I probably should have taken that red and white. Was it red and white or black and red? There was a duel. We got Snakeskin Veil. This lets us search up our Dragonstorm Globe. I haven't played with this or played against it yet. There's Boulderborn Dragon, which we probably wheel. So yeah, 5-color dragons, everybody. Got the dragon counterspell. This is actual removal. Instant speed, at least. This guy was pretty good. This is a moment of truth. Do we go towards the Dragonstorm Globe or do we go toward the Mardu build? Yeah, we'll just kind of bounce back and forth until we see what's open. They don't really go together very well. So traditionally, how they say you're supposed to draft these 3-color sets is you did, in this case, the enemy pairs, you like, you know, red, white, or black, white, and then you try to splash into the pip on either side. Yeah, blue and green are looking more open though. Maybe he's got some Mardu players in this pod here. There's blue removal. Not great removal. This guy's very good in a dedicated Sultai deck. All right, we're just gonna, let's go 5-color. Take some lands. See if we can get some powerful stuff. The 3-color stuff is generally where the highest power level is. There's Defibrillating Current. That's removal. Coordinated Maneuver. That's really, we saw that be really good in a Mardu deck that is firing on all cylinders. Got Touch and Indestructible. You can see that being quite good in a Mardu deck. I mean, this guy's straight up 4/3 draw a card. Although you'd have to discard the card. Got a flurry. It's not the greatest payoff. Got the land here. Got the dragon. We have worthy cost, which is pretty good in the Mardu. Not like we don't see anything that says mobilize though, but that might just be our pool for this pack here. I'll take removal. I'll just keep taking removal. Removal fixing. This can be one of your top ends in a Mardu aggro. Abzen Devotee. Take the dragon. We cut Mardu. I like this leopard. There's a lot of enchantments that are worth removing. Well, unfortunately, the sagas just come down and get value immediately. Like the thunder of unity. A little animation. Huh. Chat, has it always done that? The enchantment borders on Arena? That new. Okay, well, our Windscarred... Oh, no. This is pick 8, so we're not even back. So here's a Mobilize. Jeez, okay. Well, there is Mardu in this... And it's getting passed around late. We've got a lot of Mardu. There's the Death Touch guy. Who's hecka annoying. Guess we'll take the Death Touch guy. We probably want the Windscarred Crag too. It's just a common. I'm not giving up on being 5-color. We're just going to be 5-color with a Mardu base, probably. Here's a good 5-color. Iridescent Tiger. There's the Embermouth Sentinel. Probably what we want for 5-color. There's Tamer Devotee. This guy. Jadecast Sentinel, Nest Guard, Mr. Hasty. Really need to pick a lane here. Could be like red, white, splash, black, aggro. Just lose these 2 cards. Not that crazy. Speed it up or slow it down. If you want, we'll change the sound. We'll play. We'll play. I wonder how this plays with all the Mobilize. We do need to get the Mobilize. This is your anti-Mobilize card. Let's take the dragon just in case we pick up one of those blue guys. Scalding Tarn. And there's Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Oof, we're going back towards dragons? Purging Stormbrood. Maybe we loot. Maybe we get one of these dragons back. It's Twin Bolt. There's Dragonclaw Strike. The big black top end. Blurry guy. Stormplane Detainment. Well, that's premium removal. That's an easy snap up. Okay, well. Getting past a nice Mardu rare. Guess we successfully cut Mardu in the last pack. Quarry Mountain Monastery. Probably not a whole lot of drawback to playing that. We wouldn't mind Scoured Barons too, though, but it's day one, I'm collecting the rares. Alright, I think we're gonna give up on the dragon plan. Because this seems like pretty decent, right? Maybe white black? I don't know which one we will kind of narrow down in on. More 3-drops than I'm interested in. So here's Dragonclaw Strike. With the Jeskai Devotee, you could kind of stretch for that. There's also just this black removal. This should be good. I think this guy is going to be better than people are saying. A 2/1 lifelink that you can also put lifelink counters on stuff. There's probably a deck where you have a bunch of these and just a bunch of big, dumb green creatures, and you just plan to make your big, dumb green creatures. You trade off with these early, and then you make your big, dumb green creatures gain you a bunch of life. And profit. Not sure Rescue Leopard is where we're going. That's more for the Harmonize colors. It's a creature you tap to harmonize. So, how goes it? How's everyone doing today? Oh, wow. Then they give me Call of the Spirit Dragon? And we got Breaching Dragonstorm? I mean, what are we giving up? We're giving up this Mobilize guy? Alright, we'll keep the dragon. We'll keep the dragon thing alive. This seems pretty good in the Mardu deck. Oh, we could get just Devotee number 3. We can get on the Tempest Hawk plan. Kaka! Ooh, Static Snare. We also want Frontline Rush, and we wouldn't mind the Devoted Duelist. Yeah, I wish this was our pick one, pack one. Could have really gone full dragon. I think as it is now, we're too deep into Mardu. Well, looks like red and possibly white is open because of the Static Snare. The black is the color we're splashing out for. We do need to still get some duels. Middle of pack 2, I guess, is where we'd really seriously consider taking duels even over pretty good cards. Probably don't need Embermouth Sentinel if we can avoid it. Really, we'll be just mobilizing as much as possible. Huh. Do we just grab a black top end just in case? Again, probably not looking to play it. +3/+0, draw a card. try it. Enough instant speed removal. It's kind of dangerous, but and I don't really want to necessarily. Well, I guess we got this guy works with Wild Ride. There's that Dragonstorm Forecaster. Some people will be watching this with the benefit of, okay, well, this would just be splashing green. This guy was pretty good against, versus just taking fully on theme removal. This guy might wheel. Huh. Seems all right too. Make a bunch of monks. Maybe we will this? Did it seem like Mardu was finally open? I can endure every turn. I can sack creatures. Armament Dragon. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about any of these. Being able to anthem the team. Maybe we're closer to where we want to be. Molten Exhale. Cheap removal. Hey! There's our on color rare. Pick 4. Pack 3, pick 4. Never didn't have it. Need the cheap mobilizers. We need some more of those 2-drop mobilizers. Dracogenesis. I mean, I think we're supposed to take like coordinated maneuver or this equilibrium adept. It's so hard to say goodbye. Dracogenesis. I mean, you can play Omniscience already in Standard. I don't know. Okay, here's a way to behold a dragon. Somebody else must have moved into dragons. Oh, this guy. Nobody wants the new Snapcaster Mage, huh? Oh, no, this is not the Snapcaster Mage. Right? This is just a double spell guy. Yeah, I don't know. Guess we'll take the Boltcaster. We could also take this dragon. Windscarred Crag. Never didn't have it. Our duel comes to us. It was meant to be. Yeah. Pretty light on 2-drops. Did we see any of the tricolor lands? I guess with the there's Defibrillating Current actually came back. With these Mardu Devotees, that's pretty good black splash, really. These guys aren't worth removing usually. They sit around. And they'll help us scry to find black, so we probably could get away with it. Just 2 swamps. I'm thinking maybe a 16 land deck. We're pretty low to the ground. Take this to build our vault, but I'm not going to play it. I think we're going to observe the black as a splash. That might be playable for us. I'll consider that a 4 spot. Or we'd rather just have a Yeti with reach. Oh, Bloodfell's Caves. Did we pass this earlier? I guess we must have. Were you guys yelling at me? There's another Mardu Devotee. It's all coming on the wheel. All right, I feel pretty good about this. I would have liked some more mobilizers. We do have the rare guy though, so it's just a matter of trimming out maybe 2 actual cards and then go down to 2 swamps in the Bloodfell Cave. $16 land. Bear of Glory, probably okay. Probably okay. Possible cut. Molten Exhale. Twin Bolt is also a possible cut. We just don't know what the meta is like. This could be really good, depending on what people are playing. Might also be kind of bad. And we're pretty good on removal. We got 2 defibrillating currents. We got the Thunder of Unity. This guy is fantastic if it doesn't get removed. This is a big if. Probably could lose a 4-drop. What's our weakest 4-drop? I like this. It makes tokens, and it's a possible removal spell, and it's possibly less expensive. That guy's questionable. That guy's questionable. This we can definitely keep. With 3/4, returns target non-land permanent. 3/4 gets us back one of our little guys we traded off with early versus 4/3 reach can't block. I think we're going to get the 4/3 reach. And then just lose the Twin Bolt. Hold on to Rebellious Strike. Let's give it a shot. We are at hour 24. Draft gameplay. Welcome if you jumped ahead to the draft gameplay. Welcome if you're watching live. All right, well, we go first. Pretty land heavy, and we can't play Mardu Devotee on 1, but we'll play it on 2, and then we'll just scry away any lands. I think we'll be off to the races. Have all 3 of our colors. Fortunately, couldn't scry away that land. Yeah, okay. Well, already paying for yourself, Mardu Devotee. For that tap, because why not? Foolish opponent trying to play stuff against me. Do I waste removal? Guess I will. Turbo flooding over here. it's Mr. Winmore. What do you think? Can we fake him out with this Mardu Devotee attack? Did. Did we see like any? Was I just like ignoring these lands? I feel like we didn't see hardly any of those guys. All right, now I'm going to make this worth removing. Oh my god, why are we drawing so many lands? This looks like a snakeskin veil. This is bad. Dispelling exhale. And they had the dragon, okay. Well, plan to race. All right, let's go to game 2. Can't do anything if I just draw lands. Ugh. Did I step on an unlucky penny today? Guys, I'm trying to get you some good gameplay. I'm really trying. Okay, all our colors. Got the Mardu Devotee. Let's go. I think I got a little bit, I think I got a lot of bit salty there in the last game. I apologize. Deal 5 damage to a creature. Counterspell? Is everybody playing counterspells? Vigilance, Reach, Death Touch. Put this guy in the graveyard. Death Touchers. Let's do the sorcery speed removal, and then if they have an instant speed thing, we can hit with the coordinated. Okay. They got nada. A little bit sad because I want to get this guy done, but I just need one more mana to harmonize with this. This we're fine if they spend 6 mana to draw a card. 4/4. once again, we would like to add to the board. But worth risking the devotee. They might not block here. Oral procession. It's back. Focus the mind. Resting. Very control the opponent. Not what I thought Teamer would be. I thought it would be a bunch of 5/5 elephants. Discard Molten Exile, yeah, because you got no more targets for it. This stupid guy again. I'll go ahead and waste the Stormplane Detainment on it. Whatever, they can attack with the 2/1 Death Touch. Let's add to the board. Wow, they're really ready to grind it out. Jadecast Sentinel. People already building crazy looper decks. I was worried about that. All right, the board is clear. The board is not clear. There are 19 cards in deck, but they look like one of these decks that wants to loop stuff. Maybe their only looper is the Jadecast Sentinel, though. Maybe I have a chance. Let's tap it and put a card. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so their card is Auroral Procession. We can get it back. All right, so they really are just a looping control deck. Pitch it for 3. Make a couple monks. Glacierwood Siege. Okay, well, they're a mill deck. Uh-huh. Hope they don't get very many instants or sorceries. So if you watched my video on archetypes, you know that this is the key to making a mill deck in this format. Maybe opponent watched it. Hankali. We're flooding out. We need our enchantment. We need our saga. Is it worth omening with this? I guess we'd rather have a 5/4 on the battlefield. Fresh start, okay. Good, they've used that up. Take one, but now lethal is presented. Oh, okay. Fresh start.deck. Alright. Yeah, at least it's still a dragon that we can behold. Focus is the mind. They're gonna mill us now. Tables are turning. They're down to 12. We're down to 17. They just got a grip of cards. Look at this crazy focus the mind deck. Yeah, there's the elephants. This does not line up well against the elephants. Loses all abilities. We'll play at instant speed because we get a prowess bonus. They're going to make another 5/5 elephant, though. And get to mill us again. Hey, at least they milled some lands that time. What do we get? We get Thunder of Unity! Do we want to draw 2 cards? We're at 6. I guess you just hope they don't have anything else they can play. Wow. Flood City.
Here comes the flood. You're running dry.
Alright, we need to hope to get stuff that makes creatures. That's something. Well, it goes to 2. Oh, okay, we could exile their thing if we can survive one more. Okay. No. No spells, no spells, no spells, no spells. Dead spell. Alright. Good game. We're at 6 cards. We're at 0, yeah. Whew. Maybe this format's not as good as I thought. I mean, I have to say, I'm enjoying... Opponents have put together some really good stuff. I clearly could have studied harder on this set. You're getting the benefit of my losses. Phyrexian Oracle. Quarry Mountain Monastery will not come in untapped. Nation Breaker. So, as long as we got the Devotee, we don't necessarily need the swamp, but we'll take the swamp. I guess next turn we could play Defibrillating Current. Just keep it like that. Creatures with power less than this creature's power can't block it. Well, I can't block. Let us defibrillate. Which one? This one, I guess. Back down to being a 2/1. We can't block it anyway, so we may as well hit him. Revival of the Ancestors. Great. These sagas are insane, and for some reason opponents keep drawing them instead of us. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. That doesn't work. We could Molten Exhale, make some monks. Unfortunately, can't do this instant speed. Maybe save this depending on where they how they distribute the counters. That's going to be a 3/3, so we may as well remove that. They get to distribute the counters. So be it. Probably good on lands for the time being. One 3 reach going to be kind of ineffective against them. Oh. Just take it. No attacks. Gonna make them all 2/2s. Probably our worst case scenario. Best case scenario, they make something power 4 or greater. And we can just blow it up with this. Creatures get trampled and lifelink. Turn. Can't double spell if they manage to remove both of these guys. We could very well have Death Touch indestructible. Probably not worth the risk. Olderborn Dragon, sure. But yeah, we don't get to... Huh. They're going to get Trample Lifelink. We can play a Reach creature. We just gotta survive. One's playing all the rares. We have rares too, you know. We'll make the dragon indestructible. Okay, well that's actually fine. They're not even attacking with the 2/2s. Okay. Got this as a trick. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2. What do we think? They probably don't do anything if we get both of these out. Totally did that in the wrong order. That was a punt.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
Just see no attacks, no attacks, no attacks. I'd love to wait until we have this held up. On the other hand, they have to worry about our Bearer of Glory has the ability to do a big pump. Okay. This is super sus. So they've got a trick. I think we're just dead. We're gonna have to block as if they don't have a trick. But they've almost definitely got a trick. Do that, or do we effectively the same to block there? Again, I bet they've got a trick. Does it give everything +1/+1? Just destroy one creature? Okay. Land is really terrible. Last turn. We can't even live even if we block all these, right? We can, I guess we can make a bunch of monks. Just jump, but we're just toast. Hey, but we dealt some damage to you. Got you down to 22. Oh, they got a fight spell? Jesus. Okay. Oh, great. Lots of viewers saw that. All right. Chat, do we need to revise this deck? Have I built it wrong? Obviously, I spent too much of the draft thinking about the oh, no, that was 3 losses. Thinking about the magical Christmas land of the dragons. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I think we built it according to the plan. Let's just start another draft. As I say, we'll lose fast or win fast is the goal, because we're just trying to get reps in here early on in the format. Draft 2. Hour and 50. Hey, okay, well, do we want to build the mill deck that beat us? Because there it is. Teamer Mill. Teamer Mill Loop. Destroy a creature with flying. Or the Riverwalk technique. They got past a white. Nobody seems to want this. I mean, fail case, it's a 2/3 flying lifelink for 3. Not that crazy. Guess I'll take the removal. We might want the Sandstep Citadel or the Tranquil Cove, but there's the Opulent Palace. I love this card, Teeming Dragonstorm. If you weren't there for when we played Sealed, this card was showed off how good it could be. There's Kintry Severance, which is a nice piece of removal. Question is taking that or this tap land, which works in our colors. Versus a double off-color splash. Riverwalk Technique probably comes back. Guess we'll just be good drafters here. There's the counterspell. This guy, though, this is great defensive creature. Cheap. Absolutely stops a million attacks. Hard for them to trade up on tempo with. They take the Dragon Sniper. Works very nicely with the Knockout Maneuver or the Piercing Exhale. So this guy's good at looping instants and sorceries. I guess just take the we take the instant speed over the sorcery, probably. Try to get as much death touch as we can. Okay, well there's the bounce spell. We can just take destroy target creature, actually. Let's just take instant speed, destroy target creature. There's this guy. So this guy plays in that deck. This is a little bit too tempo-y, I think. Okay, looks like black might be open. Also white removal, though, so let's just keep those lanes open. We're much more likely to splash black because that's an actual tribe. I think we'll take the Serpent. Worthy cost is removal. We don't need the second Snakeskin Veil, especially when we don't have very many creatures yet. Okay, well there's Sandstep Citadel that helps us splash into white. These Riverwalk techniques are just going around. Guess we can get as many of those as we want. This pod. The packs are moving pretty fast. Rory is bogarting them, but other than that. No shade on anybody bogarting packs early on in a format, though. It's a lot to read, a lot to understand. You may not get the mill build around. Look, if I'm going to go 0-3, I'm going to trying to do a mill deck, guys. That's what we're up. There we go. Jadecast Sentinel. At least one of those guys. They had a lot of the draw cards. Well, oh, here's a draw card. The Dragon Ramp. The blue draw card. Yeah, I think the Mammoth Bellow, if you're going to close out, that does make us 5 color, but, you know, The Thornwood Falls. We have good mana here. Five-color mill. Draw 3, then discard 2 unless you discard a creature card. So it's a 3-mana net 3, but I guess because you've got the Harmonize. Interesting that that's a rare. I'm thinking of making a winter-themed cube. Now that it's coming on towards summertime. All these teamer cards that are ice themed would be good. Next spell you cast can't be countered. Do you care that much about that? Or just bouncing creatures? There's the Skirmish Rhino. That's, I mean, maybe we just take the Skirmish Rhino and we try to get a little more fixing. That'll keep us in a game. Step Citadel. That helps with the Skirmish Rhino. There's also Evolving Wilds. You take the first Evolving Wilds over the first Tri-land. Possibly we do, just because we might want to splash red and white and kind of black. This is a 2/1 that just exiles to put +1/+1 counters. There's removal. Frostcliff Siege. And that's playable. This big ward dragon, though, we've seen has been a good obstacle. This guy's not a bad obstacle. This also will close out games pretty fast in a... yeah, we have the Death Toucher because we've got the fight spell. Let's get as many of those Sultai Devotees as we can. And yeah, we'll just go all in on card draw. Another fight spell. And the Dragonstorm Globe for 5-color shenanigans. We're already at 23 cards in deck. The Rebuke is playable. Wow, okay. Maybe more than playable. Maybe we're splashing over into Teamer. Not so much black. I don't think Snakeskin Veil. This deck is not a Snakeskin Veil deck. What we got? We got the Sinkhole Surveyor now. Double Strike Prowess. Just take a Blossoming Sands. We could take a Static Snare, actually. Removal.deck. Lion Weight. It's also Heritage Reclamation is probably playable. Oh, here's that card. Okay, this is what we hope to wheel, I guess. To Focus the Mind. Draw 3, discard. We should think about... we can trim out a color. We're pretty strong already. We'll just see what we end up with. Thornwood Falls. We take Evolving Wilds number 2. Not exactly getting past like super high power stuff. There's this Molten Exhale. There's making opponent exile creature they control. In their graveyard. That might be more useful in a long game. Constrictor Sage. Taps and puts stun counters. And exiles for stun counters. Just straight up destroy a creature. Yeah, we'll just straight up destroy. There's the Harmonized draw card. Or there's this Death Touch guy. Or there's the cat. This is a creature plus some removal. Search up stuff, make some zombies. That's probably playable. There's the Night Watch. Nah. Monument. Well, the opponent that beat us had a bunch of these fresh starts. I guess those kind of are decent removal for blue. And the blue-black fixing, I suppose, or do we take a dragon? This is a big flyer with Death Touch. Here's a big defensive creature, the Snowmelt Stag. Maybe another Jade Cast Sentinel, just in case. And we get the Gurmag Night Watch anyway. It's going to be a weird deck. Oh, are people here to see the mill, huh? Got more viewers now. All right. Well, advice, people. Should I cut white? Skirmish Rhino, Stormplane Detainer, Static Snare. We probably don't need the globe because our fixing is pretty good, and we'd probably go down to like 1 mountain, or maybe at least 2 mountains. Just because I like the Harmonize on this, I guess. This card is so good, the Mammoth Bellow. Is it really better than those nice, efficient white removal spells, though? We have Sandstep Citadel. Guess it is. Well, it could be. Yes, so we got the mountains. Go up 1 swamp. And probably forest, because we got a lot of 2-drops in green. Sultai Monument helps fix also. We'll see if we even need that. Fresh Start, yes. Strategic Betrayal, questionable. Exhale, yes, we think for now. Resolve, yes, probably for now. Maybe we'll put that in the questionable pile. Devotee, Leopard, questionable, but I think it's going to stay. Bellringer, usually a 1/4 flyer is a good defensive body. I don't know how it's going to play in this format. Knockout Maneuver. Glacier Siege. We don't have any way to get back the siege, right? If I guess we do. The Jadecast Sentinel is our way to get back. Rakshas's Bargain. We can return a creature card plus deal damage equal to the creature's power. We don't have a ton of creatures. I just cut that. Riverwalk Technique, questionable. Stag, I guess we'll keep that. Serpents. Was this just too expensive for that bounce effect? 3/3 is really easily removed in this format. That's really like a 2 spot. I think we like having a couple dragons. Well, let's keep the monument. Let's keep that. Let's keep that. Possibly lose the Sarkhan's Resolve and the Strategic Betrayal. Run it like that. Maybe you could go down to 16 lands. It was flooding out a lot at 16 lands in the last draft. No advice from the chat. 207-4. Get into draft number 2 gameplay. Up against a dauntless drafter. Okay. Let's see. We've got our main colors. Not our red splash. Hello, Mr. Doppio. We do need to hit some land drops. Instant speed. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. We're hoping the game goes long. Salt Road, Pack a Beast. Yeah. And I was just, when I played the pre-release, I had 2 of these in my deck. I barely ever got them. And when I did, my opponent had always like just kept my board completely clear. I mean, I guess it's my fault for not playing enough low drops. We get 2 of these. Let's get a land. And I kind of want the Death Toucher. Can't do much with Narset's Rebuke. The knockout maneuver would, I guess, let us take out their Pack Beast, and then we're just sitting pretty for a while. Oh, that is Vigilance. Should have attacked. That was a punt.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
This is our Nightmare deck where everybody makes another one. Okay, good. Luckily they chose counters there. We can either tap it down, we can fresh start it, we can Riverwalk Technique it. Just the question is, do we want to do that now? We could offer up the trade with the Leopard and just see how they block. Next turn, we definitely want a Serpent. Maybe just Serpent away the token. We probably do want to deal with that Outrider in some way. Again, I think that was a punt. Actually, we could have done that and then blocked it. Then they don't have a creature with a counter on the board, because some things care if they have a creature with a counter. Crocodile. Just tap that. Hey, we got a red. Okay. That's interesting. Now that we've got red, if we kill that though, they get a 2/2. We can just bounce it indefinitely. It lands out of our deck. Keep not blocking. They really want their creatures, huh? Next one we can play this and this, potentially. Must have more pack beasts. Or they might have that removal spell that cares about number of creatures. In which case it was a really big punt. Gonna go with counters, or are they gonna go with enduring? Go with counters. Alright. Attackers, no. We will go find what? Don't necessarily need a mountain, so let's get a swamp. Hey, we got the dragon back. He's back. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Got a protection spell? Is that why they cast that instead of the crocodile? Death touch and indestructible. Okay. Well, guess what? I can still bounce him. Because I have a renew ability. Oh, thank goodness. Huh. Do they have yet another of those? Draw 3 cards, discard 2 unless you discard a creature card. I mean, why don't I just... It's tempting. I think we're just beating down this game. I can do this all day. What do I have? No rest. They play a big creature, I can tap it down. Although honestly, maybe I just want to play this as a flyer, because they're at 5 right now. Oh, they make a soldier? Okay. Yeah, let's just play a big flyer. Also got the ability to go draw a bunch of cards. I'll hold back this forest. I think might need to discard. Renew. Death Touch. Mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Blockers. I put another creature card in their graveyard. They have 2 creatures in their graveyard, so they can mobilize 2. That's not that scary. Discard a creature card. Well, I don't think Jadecast Sentinel, I don't think it's your game today. I think we're gonna Mammoth. Good game. Oh, okay. We're just doing an all-out attack. Block there. Block. 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 That would be 9, 10, 11. They have no cards in hand. Whew, okay. We're on the board. Only 2 hours in. I swear I won games when I played at the pre-release. This stupid deck. My mill build-around deck. It's what it takes. Just gotta go jank. Any hashtag jank lovers out there? Hey, we got the mill card. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, chat. Let's go, those of you watching a little later. Can tap and draw a card. Do want to keep hitting some land drops. Although I guess, yeah, if they don't play to the board here, that's probably good. Quarry Steel Cutter, and then that has a flurry effect. Yeah, and they harmonize. They get a token. You know, I think we just fresh start this guy. Yeah, they can move it over, but. We're choosing Teamer. All instants and sorceries now mill you for 4. And it's a race. Might have to play this guy. Or this guy. Second spell. Can't even play this. Do I save the tap, or do I do it now and hope to draw a land? I just hope to draw a land. Mill you for 4. 30. We got 30 to mill. So if we can do 1 each turn, That's 6 turns. But hopefully we get up some lands and we're doing more than one each turn. Got a counter spell or something? Ooh, we hit some action. Look at that. Dragon, dragon, monk, monk. Yeah, there we go. Evolving Wilds, baby. We'll find black. I think they got removal for the sniper. Alright, that's one of the better removals spells for that sniper. I'll give him that. This guy's Shrine Keeper with a tasty. They're drawing cards, that's helpful. Has 2 more to cast if it targets a dragon, so we cannot hit that dragon. No Melt Stag, blocks on the ground, not super useful. This blocks in the air. Guess that zeroes out the dragon, although probably have some speller effect. Yeah, the fact they're attacking here. Do we just make them use it? Maybe not. Take 3 for this turn. Oh, right, but then they get to draw the card and gain the life. That kind of stinks. Well, knockout maneuver can take out that monk. Oh, got a land. And then unfortunately the Dragon's Prey costs 2 more to target a dragon. Maybe we want to do this, and then the knockout maneuver will cost 1 less. It's going to be an interesting game. Do I want the Death Toucher? Possibly. Do we just keep the land on top? No, wait, this guy can hit the dragon. Do we think they're not holding up protection? Maybe they are. Uh-oh. No! Stinking dragon. There are 14 cards. There's a block here. Guess we'll let the dragon hit. Cards. We survive, though. So they've got protection pretty much all over. Attacks. They would block here. They don't have a bunch of flurry. 04 is fine. Setting up to flurry, though. Eee. I need my harmonized cards. Two. What do we get? Winter Night Stories. Does this give us the best chance of casting something, I guess? Discard a creature card. Snowmelt Stag's not getting cast anyway. And then we Piercing Exhale. Submit 0. Target you. Did we get him? Did we get him? GG's! All caps, baby. Boom! Do a little dance. Pick up my mouse thing. Mill kill, mill kill. That was a top deck. What do we have for top decks?
And who's on top and who's on bottom now, huh? Who's on top and who's on bottom now?
Yeah. Who saw that? Chat? Anybody paying attention? The most epic play of the day? It's about time for my luck to start turning. McJohn 11. We don't need New York City to experience another McJohn 11. Arset's Rebuke, Snowmelt Stag. It's kind of a tough hand, but we'll try it out. Gotta keep hitting those land drops. Well, fresh start is a good one. We need to get the 4th land here. Made the soldier. Okay. Full-time monument. Let's go find basic Schwamp. There's that 4th land. Never didn't have it. RDWT. Surprise too. Don't underestimate the scry on this guy. Guess I should add more of them because I was flooding out when I played Mardu. Riverwalk technique. Yeti makes my guy unable to block. Actually keeping back the 2/2? Interesting. And this is Vigilance, right? Guess this is good. We'll fresh start it. And then now they don't have a lot to sacrifice with the 2/2. And if we can get one more land, we can start tempoing here. Shock Brigade. That's pretty good. That is not... We'll play the Bell Ringer, but I think we just want to get this guy off the board. Mardu has too many combos with the Mobilize. Hey, okay. Can we do this plus something else? Yeah, that's this plus the Bell Ringer. The last spell, a protection spell? No, it is not. Okay. All right, we've stabilized at 10. Could get dicey here. Winter Night Stories. Do I want to play that? Do I want to just bust and make some 2/2s? Yeah, let's just bust and make some 2/2s. Bustin' makes me feel good. I'll keep this up. There's a dragon that's 3/3 haste. Land is great. We love to see them playing land. I think we'll just attack with the 2/2s. Gonna take it. This is sorcery speed. I think we're just holding up Riverwalk technique. The game is in a good place for us. Yeah, we can bounce that. Other land is great. Make that a 2/2 if they want to. My turn. Put that back on your library. Now we'll Winter Night. I think decline. Discard these 2 lands. Actually play this. I got the dragon. Can just bounce the dragon. Let's see what we draw. Also mill you. Yeah, we got some action there. Ooh, yeah, Mammoth Bellow and the Dragon's Prey. We can't cast the Dragon's Prey this turn, though, can we? Can, however, cast the Mammoth's Bow. That was mostly lands. Did hit that dragon. No attacks. 17 cards in their library. Ooh, they play another dragon. They gain a bunch of life. Ooh, we have a dragon. I think we just take out their big dragon. Mill them. Would we want to put a counter on something? Or would we want a Mammoth Bellow? Can we Mammoth Bellow? No. They have 13 cards in library. I mean, I could put a counter on this. And Winter Night Stories. Tapping the 5/5. Mill you again. And discard. What discard? I won't discard any of these guys. We'll discard the Death Toucher on the ground. No attacks. We have 4 cards in library, so we just need to cast this again, or Mammoth Bellow, or whatever. Basically, they have to win this turn. What did you get? What was your top deck? Yeah, alright. Nice. Milia. Boom! Mill deck. As I theorized it. Go watch my archetypes. As I theorized it, and as I got beat by it in the previous draft. And now we've made it. Now we're passing on the mill. The fun of mill. We're passing the joy of mill. Thanks to people who've stuck it this far to see the deck, to see me finally succeed. Maybe there's a learning curve to this format. Maybe at least for me there is. Maybe I just like playing mill. Turn 1 Dragon Sniper, baby. I have nothing to do if I don't get red mana. It's gonna be fine, right? Falling Wilds, where are you? I need you. One of those finds black. Stag. Vigilance, Death Touch. Guard, we don't like that guy. Don't really want to trade a Dragon Sniper for either of those. They find Embermouth Sentinel. It's like if they're Abzan, they've got all their colors. So do they put a card on top? They do. Want to keep hitting their black. Yeah, I could block and fresh start and get a free kill. I don't think it's worth it. The fresh start for a big threat. We got the snap. We got the stag here. Maybe wanted to play the devotee there, but oh well. We have an instant speed minus. Wow. Okay, that was some serious tempo we lost there. Okay, there's you wonder why people don't play on the first turn. This is, I know what this omen is on this dragon. It's make a 2/2 as a sorcery. I think we're just gonna do this. That maybe keeps the dragon in hand, and then we'll ice it as it comes out, or we'll ice the trade route envoy. Ooh, or do both. Doesn't make green. Yeah, let's pass the turn because we can do this instant speed. We do have to worry about. There we go. So they are going to do it like this, huh? Free combat. we can double spell. We'll turn the corner with the Mammoth Bellow in a minute. You know what? Just play around. Play around any hexproof. No blocks. They have a Sultai Devotee. You get a Devotee, and you get a Devotee. So I could actually go get a land and still play the Mammoth Bellow, right? Green, blue, red, black. Find, guess, another blue. Instant speed effects that I want to hold up or like that. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, big attacks here. +1/+1 and indestructible. I just wanted to kill the mammoth. Guess what? I can make another one. First I'll make some zombies though. First I gotta make the zombies. Zombies, zombies. That should be one of my memes. The zombie meme. Currently have Z assigned to this meme.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake that healthy butt. Baby got back. Baby got back.
Can't harmonize? Oh, because I can only reduce by 2. Let's make another elephant. Wait, do I have to? I think I do, right? Still don't quite have enough. No, I did have enough. Son of a gun. All right. Next turn we can start coming downhill. Ooh, okay, they got card draw. Fail 2, draw 2, lose 2. Hopefully just got one threat. We can deal with one threat. Sultai Monument is a very good deal, really. 2 mana, draw a land, then 5 mana, cash it in for 2/2s. That's pretty good, I think. Alright, we'll just chill. Probably have attacks. I don't know if we want to race, though. Detour, kin to all. Yeah, that's a card. Pay the full 5. Winter Night Stories. Let's give it a shot. Need to find our milk card. Let's decline. I don't need these lands. 3 mana, draw 1. What about that? Well, you know what? Somebody drafted pick 1, pack 1. I mean, black and green have recursion for this, so let's just hope there's no recursion in there. Reputable merchant. It's a 3/3. I think could Narset's rebuke it? Let me just bounce this token. Should I go ahead and harmonize? Why not? That's some kind of removal spell. Plastic exit, sure. Well, we definitely want the Glacierwood Siege, and we probably definitely want the Narset's Rebuke, so I guess I got no choice. Merchant. Even merchant. Gonna make me trade in my 2/2/2s. I'll do it. Exhale. Ouch. They surveilled a Nightblade Brigade. End up with the 3/3, but we're going to remove that 3/3. Little do they know. Teamer. Why don't you mill some of your library? Oh, good. Witch Dragons. Do need to draw some spells now off the top. They hit an Embermouth Sentinel. They do control a dragon. They got to ramp. That's one less card in their deck, though. That's probably actually good for us. I don't think that extra land is going to make a difference. Oh, Piercing Exhale. I need something to play it on. I need a body. Dragonfire Blade. That's bad. That's a clock. I gotta pay the full 4. Does now have hexproof from monocolor. What do we get off the top? The Serpent. Have to return a creature opponent controls? That's instant speed. Yeah, I guess when they cast it, I can Piercing Exhale. This is not looking good. They don't have removal. Alright, they're gonna force the block. That's annoying. Oh. And then they have just enough to equip that. And we hit a land. There are 9 cards in library. We need to hit like a draw spell or something. I think they got us. I think we just flooded.
Here comes the flood. Running dry.
Well, we can see if they play a creature for some reason. If they're smart, they'll just attack. We were close. We got him real close. If we'd gotten one more spell, we'd gotten Rakshasa's bargain. We could have won that. Finally defeated with the mill deck. See, more people usually are watching when I lose than when I'm winning. Gosh darn it! Why can't there be more people in the chat when I'm winning? Up against an Ilbauchi. The debaucherous Ilbauchi. Weird hand, but I'll keep it. Opponent's off to a somewhat slow start as well. No 2-drop, no 2-drop. Ow! A 2 mana 2/3. Alright, well, we're gonna go get. Should we get green? We have red in hand. I take the risky red. Wow. And of course they hit a land with it. Mammoth Bellow. Right. You're gone. Gonna be too late though. Hopefully hit a green off the top. Jeez. Okay. Well, it's got the overstatted dot deck. Can technically block that with the 1/5. I just feel like they're gonna have removal for the 1/5. Or pump spell or something. Yeah. Here comes the removal. Better off removing that and getting hit for. Man, I could have waited till that attacked. That was also a punt. I'm spiraling. I'm tilted. Got every 5-drop in my deck. I think actually we're probably just hitting regular variants at this point. Probably should Narset it and Bellringer, but okay. Save these bounces for when they start putting the counters on stuff. Guess this takes 5 mana to put counters on. They ain't even got counter mana at the moment. I can sit here and pay a crap ton of life though. Start just pumping out tokens. 21 life. Give me a green. Give me a green mana. Yep. Oh, okay. We got a green mana. Now the question is, because we can bounce that token. Or do we want to just remove this? Save the bounce. Got a blocker now. Mammoth Bellow will be a good blocker. Ideally, they play a land, they use this, they put the counters on this, and we can bounce it. I guess not ideally, because then they get an attack with the 5/5. That instant speed? This is annoying that you can't... I think it's sorcery speed. I'm going to block. See this exhale. Well... play this as removal. Want a Mammoth Bellow. Need to get ahead on board, though. Warden of the Grove. Oh, jeez. That's just a one of those sits out and causes problems cards. I'll offer them the trade. 4/4 defender. What are they going to plus up? Warden of the Grove? Plus up the Nettle Nest Guard. Interesting. Okay. Oh, it endures. Then they also get the counter? Oh, okay. Well, let's see where they put the counter. Oh, they put it on that. Okay. If we hit removal, we can get rid of Warden of the Grove. Fine. It's not removal. That is removal. So, be able to double spell here. And a Bellow. Battle the 5/5s. Gonna be in trouble though if they ever get their 5th mana. Can't really attack.
Here comes the flood.
Got their 5th mana, but they just cast the Kin Guard? A weird flex, bro. Whatever enters or attacks, it endures to. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, well. Let's get rid of that first. We got this dragon though. We just gotta. Ooh. Okay, and they make a 7/7. No, they make a 4/4 and a 3/3. Okay. Death Toucher is not the worst. I think they might have us if they just all attack a couple turns in a row. Hope that this works. And instant speed +1/+1 and get around it. +2/+2. That's what that one did. I thought it was the black dragon that did the thing. Harmonize. I don't think I want to discard creature cards though. That's the thing. I could discard one creature. Could I play a thing and Piercing Exhale? 3/5 Death Touch. Am I just better off with 2 creatures? This puts 2 +1/+1 and a reach counter on something. Alright. We're losing the land and the removal. Opponent graveyard. What do we... Oh, we guess we can get rid of that guy. Where's that guy? Where's the renew guy? Where is he? Definitely you. And what else do we not want to see brought back? This guy? Or the Earth Carver, probably. No choice, go to 1. Now you get the siege. Now we siege. Now we're sieging. So I got a Winter Night Stories, right? Because I could tap down. How many cards they got in the library? 16? Any lands in my graveyard that gain me 1 life? There's Evolving Wilds I could play from my graveyard. Because this lets you play lands from your graveyard. So harmonize and hope to hit 2. We just need to hit a small creature. We're gonna need the blue. Do I have any small black creatures? And I don't think I have any small red stuff, so let's play like that. Discard a creature card, decline. Lose this, and I guess we lose the siege. And yeah, we have to use the tap ability. This bargain should help us find some action here. No! Is there anything under the storm plane? We had just gotten out of it. Oh, and a tap land, of course. Alright, good game. Good game. I do believe we could have won that one with just a slightly different amount of flooding. Slightly less of a flood. Wow, we went from 3-0 to 3-2 real quick. See if we can get back on the mill train. I had 2 close losses. Look, I'm not saying this deck is great, but it's kind of awesome. After this game, I might have to take a restroom break. And maybe I should make a standard deck. Anybody have requests? Building a standard deck. Okay. Turn 1 play. Deck is not famous for being efficient, but we'll take it. Opponent hits Teamer perfectly with a Sipsig Appraiser. This is just a good value creature. Probably worth doing a knockout maneuver, just keeping the board clear. I don't know. Just to use up our mana. See what we draw next turn. Preferably we'd get a creature. Nope. Just on the flood plan.
Here comes the flood.
Use removal on it, but not super inefficient removal, so we were able to get that back, huh? Well, the turn. I think we'll fresh start on this guy. Good chance they have better creatures. Guess we'll take 3. We'll take 3. Everything better? We kill one of these zombies. This guy's the worst. Guy is the absolute freaking worst. Where's my reach death toucher when I need him? Well, I don't need the lands. Actually, maybe needed the red. What happens if I just attack with one of these guys? Nope, they don't go for it. Possible they don't attack with the 6/5. I knew they had that. They've used it already. Play this dragon. Have a 4/4. Make their guy a 1/5. Ooh, piercing exhale. Okay. Bet we lost the Death Toucher. Block. Block? You have a trick? Does your opponent's control get -3 till end of turn? Yes. Remove that. Am I allowed to pick my opponent's dragons? The dragon you control, yeah. Guess it has to kind of pause there every time. Play that again, which is annoying. Synchronized charge. Well, how about no? That. Solves. They've got the Vigilance Reach Death Touch. I'm gonna do a knockout maneuver on my 2/2, yeah? That happened. Teamer be harmonizing. We need a serious card draw spell to get back in this. We are behind on board and we are behind in cards. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. There's the card draw spell. Fortunately makes us discard creatures. What do we lose? We'll keep the Death Toucher, right? I guess we don't need the Bell Ringer. I can't play that. I was counting on being able to play that. Alright, well, we're just trying to trade these guys for the 6/5. Does this deal 2 damage to any target, though? I think we're dead if it does. Just that face with it. Got a million of those. Where's our guy that eats the graveyard? This was our guy that eats the graveyard. We needed that guy. We needed 1 more mana. Bleepity bleep. Alright, well, at least we got 3 wins. We didn't even spend any gems yet. So that was gravy. I don't know why I clicked on the store. Let's open some packs. Let's open up our packs. Mardu Siegebreaker and Offenza. I like this one. 2/2 flash, first strike. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, and Offenza endures 2. Yeah, let's look at standard now. I'm sure everybody who's hanging on in the chat is anybody here specifically to watch draft? I'm gonna build a standard deck. And then I'll come back and check the chat and see. Anybody objects to doing a little bit of standard here? The question is what to build. I've got 1 slot left here. All right, well, already recorded that. Budget prowess. We could try to make, I think there's probably a prowess deck now with that Corey Steel. Well, let's just switch this to regular Is It Prowess. Not worry about budget. Corey Steel Cutter. Look, I've already got 2 of those. Let's make sure we're in collected, not collected. So, Balmore, sorry, I love you. You're not the prowess card. Elementalist Adept. You're a budget card. Frolic Familiar, you're a budget card. Stock up. Maybe we'll go with 2 of those. Spire Bluff Canal. We're definitely maxing out on those. Shivan Reef maxing out. Riverpire Verge maxing out. We'll set the land 30. We can cut 6 lands to begin with. Because these already start on red, so I feel like actually you would go down more reds. Although maybe blue is more like a splash. Definitely 4 Monstrous Rage. Definitely 4 Swift Spears. Don't know about Felonious Rage. Don't know about Bolt Wave. Definitely 4 Storm Chaser's Talents. How about 4 Lightning Strikes? What else have we got in the prowess department? We got the Drake Hatcher. Got Emberheart Challenger. Oh yeah, and Screaming Nemesis would come in probably to this deck. And if you're running Emberheart Challenger, do you run the other mouse things? The whole mouse package, right? With Manifold Mouse? Then is it even a prowess deck? Recast your second spell each turn. Create a 1/1 white monk creature token. So let's cut down that to 20 lands. That's 19 lands. We want to get some blue in here. There's Fleeting Distraction. There's Bounce Off. Let's at least put 1 Bounce Off in here. Dive Down's not terrible either. What about Minor Misstep? The meta is settled enough. I think Stock Up might be okay. I was thinking for looping the Storm Chaser's Talent, the old This Town Ain't Big Enough. Just put like 2 of those in. 2 bounce offs. Might of the Meek, we could go down to 2 of those. Don't need Felonious Rage. Burst Lightning, maybe just 2 of those. How heavy do we want to go on the Corey Steels? Maybe you just do 2 of those. With Flurry, we get Tigum. I think Tigum is a good one to have fun of. Let's craft that just to give it a shot. Maybe we go down. We don't even have the full Emberheart challengers. Yeah, okay, we'll go down on the mouse package a little bit. And then Corey Steel. Go with 2 of those to begin with. Now that I've crafted the full 4. Then we're just looking at 1 trim. One Lightning Strike. That seems kind of fun. Let's see what people want to do. No word about drafting? Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, you can watch me record. Oh, I do need to go to the bathroom, so I will end the stream after. We'll do 1 standard game because I did promise in the description we do some standard, and we'll see what other people are playing. We may do more than 1 standard game. Let's be honest. Let's be real here. Even though I've been talking for straight hours, it's fun playing on day 1 of a format. Ranked, standard, prowess. Let's go. Full fat prowess. Is it prowess? Up against the wall. Somebody who's a big fan of The Wall. Game of Thrones. Holding back all those zombies, you know. Teething Wormlet. Got an answer for the Wormlet. Oh, white-green artifacts deck. Another Wormlet. An artifact. Just keep building up our board of prowess, guys. Till such time. We need to interact. Steel Seraph. That's a good time to interact. Gonna give him lifelink. Most definitely, yep. Ouch. Alright. $15-15. Sentinel of the Nameless City. Okay, these guys are growing now. Now I'm starting to get a little worried. Could bounce the Sentinel. Our best thing is to just attack with Monstrous Rage. Bounce one of the Wormlets. Wow, okay, they're not blocking. If we flip a land. Oh, we should have done that first. We've gotten a free bounce. Wormlet's back. Back again. With a bunny corn. Tell a friend. Okay, now I wish I'd gotten these show-offs down. Go to 2. Heartfire Hero. We can remove a Wormlet. We can block 2 of those. We still lose. Get Heartfire Hero. We can't double spell. We still lose. Our only chance is for them to block here. Let's see. Right. Take a bunch. So that's a matchup where we needed Screaming Nemesis. The thing is with the prowess. Let's do more Corey Steels. Because we want to try out the new cards. Maybe we're just mono red prowess. Remove the Tigum. Then we know there's some utility lands is optimal, but let's just do mountains for the moment. Screaming Nemesis seemed like it was going to be good there. Do the full mouse package. That we're already down 1 lightning strike. To go down 1 more. We really need the cheap spells to double spell with the Corey Steel. Alright, let's try mono red prowess. Yeah, that does. Little test. Showing you how the sausage is made. We are playing day 1. Day 1 of Tarkir Dragonstorm, mono red prowess. See what other people are playing here on the Ladderino. Yikes! Monstrous Rage Tron. What do we think? Probably we're supposed to mulligan it. Opponent is going first. We'll keep it.
There should be no risk management.
No, this is not what this deck is supposed to do.
Risky business.
They put a slick shot there. Okay. Well, is it worth getting a creature down, or do we just hold up Lightning Strike? They're going to come with a big slick shot turn here. This is the fling deck, however. Just a bunch of scamps. This is a weird mono red matchup. They're playing around our Lightning Strike. We're gonna let these Cacophony scamps just hit us. Blow them up, blow them up. Fregno Buffo. Right, Fregno Buffalo. What about an Emberheart Challenger? We didn't see that one coming. Oh, they're gonna make us use Monstrous Rage? Okay. Look, we survived. Now, if they've correctly read our hand, we don't have the Burst Lightning. They're safe to come in with the Slick Shot and really just nail us. Yeah, but we can unload a lot next turn. If they don't kill us here, which is a big if. What you got, opponent? Turn inside out. Yeah, okay. I don't think they have the fling. That takes us to 3, and then they just sack one of those. Alright, good game. Rocking it out. Tarkir day 1. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. Playing some mono red prowess. Actually have some 1-drops this time. We can even have a hasty 1-drop. Coming out hasty. Blue and green, I'm going to risk committing to the battlefield here. Oh, of course they have white. Board wipe imminent. Alright, it's domain. We got to win fast. Oh, there's our Corey Steel. If they don't have a board wipe... I think we have to play around board wipe, don't we? Right? I guess we'll play this, give the prowess trigger. We should have played in the opposite order. Because we wanted to see what we drew. Well, reading Corey Steel. It is day 1 of the format. They're like, what is that? I have a double spell in hand. Pest control. Okay. Take some damage. Opponent came ready for that, boy. What happens here, because we make the thing, we equip the thing. Oh, we're so close. Get him down to 1. Leyline binding, they can bind the show off. They have removal number 2. Even if they have removal number 2, as long as I get a cheap spell, Corey Steel becomes a threat again. Gonna remove the Corey Steel. No, they don't. Okay. Cheap threat off the top. Perfecto. Flurry time. Going to McDonald's. Who ordered the McFlurry? Boom. That's right. No, that's not the one I wanted.
And who's on top and who's on bottom now, huh? Who's on top and who's on bottom now?
Okay. Thanks for joining me in the attic.